What is up, guys? It is TheCitrusPanda here today, and I'm coming at you with my first impressions of Dark Souls 2. So in this video, I'm going to be discussing the game as a whole, and what I think about it so far. Keep in mind, I got this at the midnight release, and I played it for probably 2 or 3 hours afterwards, playing well into the night, and I got home from school today, and I decided to play some more of it, although I'm kind of tired, but not really. Anyway, so, what can you expect from Dark Souls 2, and is it a good game? Well, from what I've played so far, it's definitely a good game, and as you see right here, it's a tutorial of some sort, if you want to call it that. There are actually, at the beginning of the game, once you clear, well, it's not really clearing, you just talk to the 3 old ladies inside of that little house, and you pick your class, you can continue on out here. Now, one thing I was worried about is when I heard there was a tutorial for the game, I thought maybe it was going to be one of those games like where you, oh man, it's the tutorial, you know, I made a new character, dang, I've got to go do the tutorial. But these little tutorial segments, I actually made it through a little bit of the game, and then I actually died, and I didn't see the bonfire in Majona, and I had to keep on respawning back here, and I kept on seeing all these white gates everywhere. I had done one of the white gates before, but there's really no reason to do it, and I didn't really get anything for it, so I just continued on to the actual game. So, it's good to note that basically, if you already know how to play the game, you don't have to go through the tutorials again. You just kind of walk on past, and you don't have to do anything. So, it's pretty good that you can actually do that, and in general, that's pretty cool. So, other than that, what are the improvements and things that have changed? Well, the graphics have changed, and I think you'll get a good view of that once we actually get out to Majona. There's a pretty cool view out there that you guys will see. But the graphics in Souls games have never been the main focus, and I don't think they're improved that much upon what was already Dark Souls. I believe they're a little bit better, but if you're looking for a super graphic intensive game, Dark Souls 2 is probably not going to deliver in that department. But I think Dark Souls is more of an atmospheric game. It's not about the graphics, it's about the situation you're in and everything like that. Now, as far as things that have changed, the combat has changed significantly in the fact that the animations have changed. Combat is what you'd expect from a Souls game. There's no super big changes to the combat. However, it feels, to me at least, a lot more fluid than in Dark Souls and the limited amount I've played of Demon Souls. I didn't play Demon Souls 2 extensively, but from when I played of it, Dark Souls 2 is definitely an improvement on that combat system. Another thing to note is that a lot of the things like animations are just completely changed, which are kind of thrown out and put in my opinion, better animations. When you see me use Soul Arrow at some point in this video, which you probably have already seen, it's quite a bit cooler, I think, than the old Soul Arrow, where you simply raise your catalyst in the air. You kind of put your catalyst out and you push forward and attack. It looks a lot better, in my opinion. Also, as far as animations go, it just makes it feel a lot more fluid, as far as the actual combat mechanics go, but it also looks a lot more fluid. I think the fact that it looks more fluid is I think that the whole idea that it feels more fluid is more important than it looks fluid, but it's really nice that you can tell they put more time into actually making it look quite nice when you're fighting. Now, it's not to say that Dark Souls combat wasn't good to look at, but it was kind of, once you look at Dark Souls 2 combat and the animations that they use, you'll kind of see, oh, well, you know, this is what they could have done. And also another thing that hasn't been improved in my opinion, this is just a small thing, but you ever notice how in Dark Souls, like, you literally hold most weapons, unless they're being held, like, over your shoulder, you pretty much hold your weapons, like, to your side at, like, a 90-degree angle. Like, that's pretty much how you hold your weapon. In this game, if you see, like, a straight-on view or a side view, you kind of see me holding my dagger at a slant sort of thing. And yeah, that it just looks a little bit more natural. The hand movement looks a little bit more natural. And you saw right there, that's another thing that changed. I was trying to slide down the ladder by double tapping O. Don't try to do that. You literally jump off of the ladder and you can die. Fall damage is pretty brutal in this one. Now, I don't know if it's different, but I'm pretty sure that Dark Souls 2 did change the falling damage mechanic, and I'm pretty sure it's a lot harder to actually survive falls, so keep that in mind. a fall that you could have made in Dark Souls, you might not be able to make in Dark Souls 2. So right up here, you're gonna see the first view of Majolna, or however you want to say it, and it looks pretty awesome, I do have to say. Other than the fact that the combat changed it a little bit, and it's Majola. Sorry if I mispronounced that. Majolna. What am I thinking? I don't know, but it's Majola, and it's just nice. I mean, if you look out past the water, it's a nice scene to be seen, and that didn't really make that much sense, but it's nice to see that they put some time and effort in actually making it good. And also, the level design seems a lot different. It seems like I haven't been here before. Sometimes in sequels of different games, it feels like I've been here before. But when I was playing Dark Souls 2, I felt like I haven't been here before, you know? This is a new place and a new world that I'm inhabiting, and it just feels a lot better, in my opinion, than if maybe they recycled things. And so far in the game, I haven't really, been in the situation where I'm like, that looks familiar, deja vu. It seems like the From Software actually put some time and effort into making the game a lot different than, what Dark Souls was. So, expect some different map, variation. Thankfully, they spent some time on that. Also, the sprinting has changed it a little bit. If you noticed, it's almost like an Assassin's Creed sprint. That's what it actually reminded me of. Right when I saw my guy sprint, I'm like, that's an Assassin's Creed sprint. Maybe you saw that, maybe you didn't. Maybe if you played Assassin's Creed, you probably did notice it, but in my opinion, it kind of reminded me of Assassin's Creed. Not like 100%, but that's just what came to mind. Anyway, also, there's supposedly, well, not supposedly, I know it's in there, there's like a different kind of stance for dual-wielding weapons. Now, I can't say that I can't actually speak on my behalf on that whole matter, because I actually haven't done it yet. I've been dual-wielding daggers, rather, for pretty much the whole game, since I got my second dagger, and I haven't figured out how to do it. I'm guessing that you can't do it with two daggers, is what I'm guessing. But I don't think that's true. I think I just need to figure out how to do it. I tried the logical things, like maybe holding in triangle. Triangle is the two-hand wielding button, so I thought maybe if I held it in, or something along those lines. But that wasn't really working, so I'm not really sure how I do that, but I'll figure it out eventually. I'm trying to play through Dark Souls 2 in a way that, with minimal online help, trying to play through it mostly on my own. Maybe getting a little bit of help here and there, but in general, I wanted to see if I could do most of the game without any help from online guides or something like that. Also, I'll be starting a new series of me playing Dark Souls 2. I'm going to be starting a new character. I was just messing around to see what the game was like, get an idea and feel for where I'm going to be going, rather than kind of stumbling around in the not really a let's play, but it's gonna be more of like an adventure series where I kind of just play the game, and I might do some stuff off camera. Also, it's gonna be a challenge, and I haven't decided 100% on the name yet, but I think it's gonna be something like the Kirito challenge, where I have to use dual swords the whole time. So the challenge is I have to dual wield swords the whole time. And basically, I'll just try to play the entire game with only two swords. Hopefully it'll be pretty fun, and I kind of, from what I've played so far of the game, I almost think Dark Souls 2 might be more challenging than Dark Souls 1. Especially with the fact that when you die, your health isn't at max anymore, and it keeps on going down, all the way down to 50% of your health. Right here, you see me get killed by one of these big guys. At the beginning of the game, you have many paths to pick, and some of them are viable, but some aren't. For instance, I found this path, and it's not very viable. The easiest one is right when you get to Malzerna. Just go ahead and, go down to that bonfire, and there's a passageway right there, and you go to the Forest of the Giants. It's probably the safest way, and that's what I recommend, so you don't die like I just did. Yeah, trying to fight these things at the beginning of the game, not the brightest idea. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed my little bit of knowledge about Dark Souls 2. Haven't played it for too long, but hopefully I'll get a series out here shortly with a challenge. And until then, I will see you all later.